Witam was serdecznie, Resil się kłania, moi drodzy. Dzisiaj gramy w Alana Wake'a 2. Wiem, że miałem już robionego go na PC-cie, nie musicie mi powtarzać. Ale wiadomo, postanowiłem przenieść ją na PlayStation, a powód poznacie za chwilę.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Witamy serdecznie w Alanie Wake'u 2, widzowie. Ci, co postanowili odkryć tą przygodę ze mną na nowo, jestem zaszczycony, że to robicie akurat tutaj. Kiedy gierka wreszcie jest płynniejsza, o wiele płynniejsza. Przepiękny horror wraca w starym wykonaniu. Wiecie co? Wszystko gra, że ale staramy się ściszyć nieco dźwięk do 60%. Dobra. Bo wiecie, też chcę być słyszalny. Nie pokazuję pierwszej części, widzowie, bo mam problem duży z tym. Ale zanim coś powiecie, widzowie, tego pana znamy bardzo dobrze. Mimo że jest on nieco bardziej ubogi w ubrania. Ale gwarantuję wam, że go znamy. I hańba temu, kto by go nie znał. Tyle wam powiem, bo ten pan był widoczny przez całą część pierwszą Alana Wake'a. Ja to speedrunuję, widzowie, bo nie ma sensu, żebyśmy się mieli tego.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a...
Żeby była jasność, widzowie, na pewnym etapie będę musiał pokazać, że gram w to pierwszy raz. Ale
worth memorizing before we get to all...
prawda jest taka, że ja na pewnym etapie faktycznie będę grał w to pierwszy raz.
I should take a look at that map.
Bo widzicie,
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. It only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Logged. They really don't want people coming in here.
no. Bo widzicie, problem z tą grą leży w tym, że ja przeszedłem ją tylko w części. Pewnej części i po prostu potem ją nie tyle porzuciłem, co ją zostawiłem, bo po prostu gra zażynała i to tragicznie. Tylko sobie sprawdzę, widzowie, czy wszystko gra nam. Chodzi nam. Więc wiecie. Z racji tego, że ta gra zażynała straszliwie, no to postanowiłem przenieść ją na PlayStation 5, abyśmy byli w stanie ogólnie tą grę przechodzić sobie spokojnie dalej.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here.
Dobra, zaraz sobie tam pójdziemy.
Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
Get into that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
No to popatrzmy. Ja tą część gry już znam,
Scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far.
a
Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The mind place. My version of the mind palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the mind place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
tu nam brakuje jeszcze jakiejś...
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
Właśnie.
Close to cracking it.
We're just
Miejsce umysłu nie blokuje nam przy tej... Nie blokuje nam tej gry, ale wiecie co? Dopiero w tej grze widzimy, że to miejsce to kaldera wulkaniczna. Więc to wulkan. I wiecie co? Zastanawia mnie, czy po prostu ten wulkan nie powoduje nam tych wszystkich omamów.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
A creepy twig sculpture? Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Hmm? Mamy poszczególne części artykułu. Trzeba oczywiście widzowie bardzo uważać, żeby się też nie zgubić.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Przepiękna gierka. Niestety widzowie, za pięknym idzie też to, że można się łatwo tutaj w tej grze zgubić. Okej. Wiem przynajmniej
Stairs
ja.
are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Czekajcie. Szybki wybór. Damy go sobie tak. Przypiszemy go sobie do szybkiego wyboru. Mirror Speak. Ci co znają Alana Wake'a 1 znają tę górę. Bowiem tu się spotykaliśmy z porywaczem, który mówił, że ma Alice, a co jak dobrze wiemy było bzdurą kompletną. Bo nie miał on Alice, tylko miał ją duch mroku. I warto tutaj powiedzieć jasno, że wiele tutaj miejscówek, które znamy z Alana Wake'a 1, w Alanie Wake'u 2 są na nowo zrobione i super odnowione.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
A? Dokąd mnie tutaj droga zaprowadzi? Nie. Czyli wygląda na to, że tędy przejść nie mogę. Tam mapa mnie nie doprowadzi nigdzie. Powiem wam tylko tyle, że
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books. He hates the movies.
fragmenty maszynopisu. Właśnie, tutaj mamy coś, co zacząłem zbierać w trakcie całości, ale
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
dobrze i mamy okolice Cordon Lake. Tu jest pierwsze. I dobra. Pudełka śniadaniowe mamy, widzowie. Są one dosyć istotne, ale nie aż.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
Umbrella.
Around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Każdy z nas wie, z czym może nam się kojarzyć umbrella. I wiecie też, dlaczego się zaśmiałem. Zapewne.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Okolice jeziora. Sprawdzimy sobie, widzowie, jak...
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Dobra, chłopie, ale... Moment, zaczekaj chwilę.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Dam wam się zaangażować, widzowie. Jeśli macie jakiekolwiek ślady tego, jakichś pudełek śniadaniowych, wasze są komentarze.
We found him on the table. Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tug. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town.
W tym momencie nie będę wam znikał. Powód jest bardzo prosty. Bowiem
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
no i mamy, widzowie, coś ciekawego do zdobycia. No i mamy całość.
Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrist. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Dowiedz się więcej o ofierze, dowiedz się więcej o zabójcy.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Już wszystko jasne, widzowie. Niesamowite. Kiedy pierwszy raz o tym usłyszałem, że to on, to normalnie aż mnie zamurowało.
They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
No więc tak, widzowie. To mamy na później. Ale to już wiemy, że to on.
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
No i to co powinniśmy teraz dojść?
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. Yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
Same as
Nasze rozmowy też dużo dają.
Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
probably something this town wants to forget.
No i mamy tutaj coś ciekawego.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? I think that's every... at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Dobra. To jest ostatnie, co na razie mamy.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
I tu mamy kolejne tropy, które możemy łatwo teraz przejść.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Będziemy musieli tego typu miejsca, czeka mnie trochę roboty. Ale musimy przejść do profilowania.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Pierwsze dane już mamy. Teraz drugie.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
No i mamy coś nowego.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night. Possibly nude.
Ja wam powiem tak.
Knew he was here. Ambushed him. Dragged him to the campgrounds. Strapped him to the table. Cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the bookers.
Czytałem o wielu youtuberach, którzy stali się no mniej youtuberami, a bardziej wiecie.
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
Ludźmi o niezbyt miłym położeniu. Jeśli wiecie, co mam na myśli.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Kolejny fragment maszynopisu. I wzmianka o Alanie Wake'u. Jak najbardziej widzowie jestem za. Jak najbardziej jestem za i wcale nie przeciwko. Dobrze. Śniadaniówki. Okej. I mamy tutaj. Trochę ich tu jest, jak widzicie. Dlatego tym bardziej liczę na waszą kreatywność.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
Pamiętacie tą panią? Bo ja aż za dobrze.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right.
No i mamy
This is
Alana.
my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Dobra. Strona. Dowiedzmy się czegoś.
We found the page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Dzięki temu mamy parę ustaleń.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
No to chodźmy. To nic odkryliśmy.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Właśnie. Czas poszukać następnego aktu.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deer Fest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Dziękujemy.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Kurczę, krzesło mi opada.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Alan Wake, widzowie, przyzwyczaił nas do tego, że mamy kilka rzeczy, ale powiem wam, że ten Alan przypomina trochę grę Resident Evil.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
There's another lunchbox.
Kolejny fragment maszynopisu. Musimy w tym razem bohater. Życzę bohaterskiego dnia, no tak. Po części ten ktoś ma rację. A wiemy dobrze, kto to jest. No i mamy kolejne pudełeczko. Ulepszenia do broni. Mamy ich 5. Ale nadal, jak widzicie, za mało, żeby tego użyć. Dlatego też jak na razie będziemy się starali zebrać tego jak najwięcej. Ale do czego widzowie zmierzałem? Do tego, że
Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
No, ale powiem wam, że zaskoczeniem było dla mnie, kiedy okazało się, że nie kierujemy na pierwszy rzut oka Alanem.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Dobra, to już sprawdzałem. Wtedy też nie przechodziłem, ale sobie przejdę jeszcze raz.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Dobrze, widzowie.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Pat, no proszę. Mhm. Mhm. No, posłuchajmy sobie prognozy pogody na to okolic. No i widzowie, zdobyliśmy sobie 2 nagrania.
I need something to cut this.
Wielu miejsc na razie nie odwiedzimy. Ale no, jak widzicie mamy...
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
No. Mamy zarówno ten artyść, jak i zwykłe te. Jaki to prawdopodobnie będzie koniec tego odcinka. Przynajmniej na tę chwilę, bo... Na razie nie ma co... się... rozpędzać, aczkolwiek jesteśmy blisko tego. Jutro prawdopodobnie będę robił następny odcinek z Alana Wake'a 2, żebyśmy nadrobili szybko straty. A tymczasem mam nadzieję, że filmik wam się spodobał. Jeżeli tak, zostawcie łapkę w górę, subskrypcję, konsultujcie komentarz, follow na Instagramie, Twitchu, oraz Kiku. Trzymajcie się, hej hej, papatki.